Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I could have sworn blind. Sworn blind? Swear blind. It was Saturday today. Listen, I've not been doing any swearing. But there has been a big fly in the house. Oh, and it's 11:44, by the way. So just calling in all light workers. Why are we calling in all light workers? Light workers are needed. Um, there was a fly in the kitchen, a big fly. And it took me to a fly on the wall reading. To do a fly on the wall reading. I was like, okay. Then I had a conversation with Emily whilst we watched this fly. She said, he's a fat fly. She was trying to get him out, so was I. But I'm like, he's not going. He wants me to do like a fly on the wall reading. She's like, do you think that's what it means? I'm like, well, yeah, that's what it's taking me to. Anyway, so we are going to do a fly on the wall reading. I'm going to use a Druid Craft Tarot. I'm being drawn to this image. And I'm being drawn, obviously, to this image. Masculine energy, I feel here. I'd say that's a masculine. It's either a masculine or someone who's feeling extremely old. I don't know, their hands and feet. It just, And then we have this energy here of someone who has a bun in the oven. She's got a bun in the oven. So I was explaining to Emily what the fly on the wall reading was. I said, well, it means that someone wants me to have a look into their home life. I said it covers like the home. I said also their health and their connection with spirits. And I said, I say this quickly. It's like, and I quickly skim over. I didn't say I quickly skim over. And I said, and we look into love, sex and romance. But it was like that part come out last. And I thought, well, are we looking into the love, sex and romance portion of it? And I thought we'll find out. I'll be able to tell from the energy once we have a look at the home life. Breathe, Lucy. And then I found this yellow flower clip that was Emily's actually for her prom night. She had it in her hair. And she was playing around with it this morning, like as if she was going to put it in her hair, but she's actually put it on top of the You've Got This box. And I've tidied my cards this morning, and I thought I gathered all my cards up. So You've Got This. I promise I'll stop rambling on soon. Can we have a look into the energy? So let's call in all light workers so that we can help with whatever's on the table today. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Okay, I'm actually being taken to lies. Emily's gone out to work, so before she was going, we was having this conversation. And I looked down, she was like standing here, she was in the fridge. Not actually in it, but she was, an orange. She was sourcing an orange. There you go. That kid's been sourcing oranges. Yesterday she sent me a message. Can you get down to the shop, please? Because they've got some oranges reduced. And anyway, so she's craving oranges. Oh, okay, that takes me to the analogy that Wayne Dyer uses with the orange. It's like, if you squeeze an orange, what do you get out of it? Orange juice. Okay, if we squeeze you, what are you made up of? Now, when we squeeze you, and I want to say kind of put you under tension a bit, what comes out of you? Love should be the answer, because that's what you are made up of, is love. So what lies behind you? I'll get back to the story about Emily in a moment. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. But what I'm seeing is like lies. What did I say? I could have swore blind, swear blind, swore, swear. Lies, lies. Lies. Anyway. So I was looking down at her and I'm trying to figure out this energy, like, am I doing a fly on the wall reading? And I looked down and her Converses are Harley Quinn. And all I could see was like Harley Quinn's face looking up at me. And I was like, oh, there's a karmic energy here. And I just kind of said out loud, I was like, you big fat liar. And it's like, oh, who's saying that? So what lies behind you? So we can take it as all the lies from the past. And what lies in front of you? Okay, so the lies you'll be taking on into the future pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. And I feel like that's the lies that you keep within, and they're going to end up being soul destroying. Okay, you're carrying on lies from the past, taking them into your future. You're just full of lies. I also did see the cup where it was like, what is she going to say? Because look at the expressions on Mickey's face. Oh, did she say that? It's all right because it gets all happier. Look, we'll go around. Look, it's all good. Yeah, all good. Okay. You big fat liar. Got bun in the oven. Should we get another one of these? You've got this. You've got what? A load of lies inside of you. What lies inside of you? Lies or love? Your dreams can come true when you stop lying to yourself. Okay. Tomorrow you will be unstoppable. Okay, awesome. Let's have a look then. I felt like it was tomorrow today. Seriously. I swore to you. Swear. To accomplish, we must not only act, but dream. So I'm feeling this energy of putting on an act. Okay. It's kind of like putting on an act that all your dreams are fulfilled, that you do have dreams, that you are achieving them. I'm not sure how when you're full of deceit and deception. Your dreams can come true. To accomplish, we must not only act, but dream. I feel like the lies are coming to the surface. They were going to at some point. The truth always finds the light. Okay, let's have a look into the home life then. We've got a rebirth, somebody starting over. That's a good energy. Okay. So leave the lies behind you. Don't take them into the future. Okay. There's definitely this rebirth here. I feel like this masculine's scared. Okay. I feel like I'm just coming out of a story. Rather than like the fly on the wall. That would make sense. There's the lady. Okay, so she showed up at the end. Oh, yeah, she would do. Okay. I can feel, before I look at the bottom of the deck, I feel like a masculine's actually gone through his rebirth. So this is about dealing with your deceits, your lies, because it's judgment. It's judgment day. You then, it's like you produce yourself before the Almighty. Let me just go with the words. You hear your calling. You basically take responsibility and responsibility for your lies. Okay, you hand it all over and you would vow not to, you've learnt your lessons, so you're not going to, once you've cleared your karma and all deceit is out of you, so you're not really, there's no skeletons in the closet, let's say that. And if they were to come out, it wouldn't be an issue because you're living this awakened state of being. You're living in this awakened state of being, this rebirth, so you can kind of handle and deal with events of the past because you've learnt the lesson of them. Now, I feel like this has taken the masculine so long, like the rabbit here, I feel like he was hiding. Now, there's been a lot of turbulence in the background, then I'm feeling the divine feminine's energy. And it's really like, in the background it looks like shit. Okay, and it's like you've had to carry this lie as well, Divine Feminine, like juggling it, trying to keep yourself clear, your conscience clear, and it's like you're holding on to this lie also of the Divine Masculines. Okay, I actually feel like you've now dropped that, and you're just going to you've cleared your own karma, so it feels like you have put a protective circle around yourself. You're just about to complete this. It's like a protection spell. But before you actually get there, kind of the completion, it feels like the Divine Masculine has his rebirth. He's had his rebirth. So this is kind of like the cave of resurrection. And I feel before this cycle closes, I feel it's a portal. It's important. This is an important phase. The Divine Masculine is right on the verge of taking that leap of faith. But it really does go down to how Judgment Day went. It's kind of the energy, if any of you have ever been to see a counsellor. I remember going to see a counsellor when, after Megan was born. So when Megan was born, I found myself, totally hid it from everyone. Nobody knew. The midwife, the health visitor, she was like, you kept that hidden well. But I was quite depressed. Not with the baby, but I found my attitude towards my husband changing. And I could put on a good front, but I was crying at home, very depressed. So I went to the doctors, and they stuck me on antidepressants, and I did not like being on them. So I used to stop taking them, and then find myself back at the doctors, and they say, "Did you take your pills?" And I'm like, "I don't want to be on these pills." After about 2 years of this, they said to me, "We're going to send you to see a counsellor," and they said, "We think it's deeper seated." So I went to see a counsellor, and I would have been 22. Okay. I did not tell that counsellor anything about my past. I did not feel comfortable. It felt more like I was, which I had never been to see at that time, was like a psychic. As if you go to the counsellor and you kind of go, well, you delve deep and tell me what's up, what's going on. But actually, there was so much stuff in my mind. I'm thinking, well, I think it could be this, but I can't tell you about that. So it's that kind of energy where you haven't handed it all over. I wouldn't have an issue now talking about any of my past. Whatever comes up can be discussed. Discussed. There is this element of being disgusted. And it feels as if the Divine Masculine maybe thinks that the Divine Feminine is quite disgusted in him and his behaviour. She's gone through this transformation. The death energy is here. So I'm feeling as if the Divine Masculine wanting to take that leap of faith, like before it's too late. Because on this book, I said I was drawn to the hands and the feet. And it took me to a skeleton. So are there any more skeletons in the closet? There is also this element of taking a leap of faith towards the Divine Feminine. In Divine Counterparts, you do tell each other your innermost secrets, and you kind of trust your counterpart with those, but they're like someone that you just seem to open up to. And then when you kind of shut off from that person, and there's things that you would love to discuss with them, because it's kind of like the energy of getting it off of your chest. You don't want to kind of, it's not really a lie. You haven't really lied to anyone. You just haven't told them the truth. It's not you've been lying. It's just like you haven't told them the truth. I felt the olive branch being cut down. Again, I do feel the masculine energy. It feels like it's been a long winter. A long, draining winter here. And I feel like this is the drain of lies, deceit, pretending that you're happy when you're really not. Now comes in the offer of unconditional love. So not only is the universe offering this leap of faith for the Divine Masculine, but also unconditional love is offered. And then something happens. Someone's got a bun in the oven, or they're cooking something up. It doesn't mean a pregnancy. It just means that they're trying to give birth to something as well. So, and I feel to stop the masculine, it's very karmic energy. The lady of the house. Okay, so she's kind of in control of all of it. Maybe even like she's consumed the divine masculine's life so much that how on earth is he going to escape, really? Well, he's going to have to be birthed, a rebirth. I'm not liking the energy of this card. And I feel like she gets in the way as soon, and I think I actually said, of course she does, like she shows up. Just as this opportunity, this offer for passion and love comes in, it throws a spanner in the works. Okay, and then we have the Devil card looking over the two lovers. It's like the karmic consents. The masculine consents to divine feminine. It's like it's kind of wrapping up this cycle. Okay, of like carrying burdens, other people's burdens. I don't believe the divine feminine. There's this energy here of the weight of the divine feminine carrying this deceit. This could be. I don't believe the divine feminine would lie for the divine masculine. I'm not sure that she would go forth and stir up trouble. I don't feel that. But there's definitely this energy of the devil leering over the lovers here. But I had to say it because it came to mind. I felt the energy of whether or not this energy finds out about the lovers' connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. How they would find out, I do not know. I don't believe it's in the cards for the divine feminine to come clean with the karmic. It's not something that I would see that the divine feminine would need to do. She can just practice detachment. I don't feel the energy of her starting trouble, but that doesn't mean that if the divine feminine was approached by a karmic energy, I believe the divine feminine would tell the truth if asked. So there's a difference between kind of squealing, okay, and causing trouble for someone, and then if you're asked the truth, that's the kind of, what do you do when you're asked the truth? My husband never asked me if there was anybody else, so I didn't tell him. Like when it came to my divine masculine, I'd left the marriage, but even when I left the marriage, which was about 3-4 months after reconnecting with my divine masculine, I chose to leave my marriage because I couldn't handle that guilt. And I knew that I just wanted to, well, it was a separation. I didn't need to go and get divorced. I just needed to cut the commitment I had with my husband. But he never asked me if there was anybody else. I can't tell you whether or not I would have told him the truth because that situation is never going to come about for me. If it was to, I would of course tell the truth. But I'm like connected with him up there, so he knew exactly as soon as he made his transition. My thought was, well, you know, it's all now. So I've kind of handed all that over. I done that like years ago. Like my husband made his transition 3.5 years ago. And one thing that the divine did do, which I was very appreciative of, all during his illness and the time of his transition, I did not have physical contact with my divine masculine. So, and I can see why, because I would have had to have lived with the guilt of having a man that was dying, and then there's me off on a jolly with another man. So, okay. I think we should just leave it there with that because I'm not sure what I'm touching on. But it's like, will you tell the truth if you're asked? We've got the Star of Energy here. I am still feeling a bit of a karmic energy because I'm still feeling the same character as here. To accomplish, we must not only act but dream. I'm wondering whether the karmic energy is informed. If this could be through a dream. Okay. Let's have a look at the enchanted map and see what that wants to come up with. Let's have some coffee first. Yes, let's. So the energy is coming through that if the divine sees it fit, that the best fit is that this karmic partner finds out about the divine feminine, you just have to accept that that's part of the plan. Okay. I do not feel it's the divine feminine who's going to be stepping out of this and causing any trouble. I think it's just like the lies are too hot to handle now, and it could be for the divine masculine. I'm not sure what's being cooked up in the kitchen, to be honest with you. I would rather just keep myself into this state of protection, and you're kind of waiting for the resurrection here. There will be no harm to increase your personal protection space. You are protected anyway, so you don't need to worry about that. It's more about a fear slipping in when maybe confronted with the opportunity to tell the truth. And remember, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and God will help you. Home. You're safe. Card number 27. Now, interesting, because I was talking about looking into the home life. I've got goosebumps up my arms. You are comfortable in your own skin and you belong. Peace, serenity, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin. No wobbles, Divine Feminine. You've done nothing wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. If anything, you've just taken a back seat and gone with the flow when it comes to this love connection that you know is love. It's a true love connection. You don't need to apologise for that. It's not like you've caused any trouble. I don't see the Divine Feminine, and the conversations that I've had with all of the Divine Feminines, not one of them has gone and caused trouble for the Divine Masculine or with his karmic partner. If anything, they've just walked away gracefully. So this represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people, or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you are meant to be, and will reap great benefits by staying on this path, regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It is where the heart is. So the Divine Masculine is coming home. To you, Divine Feminine. Okay? Home is where the heart is. And his heart's with you. Let's get you a postcard from Spirit and see what the guidance is for whoever. Whoever it resonates with. Meaning, I don't know if it's going to pull a message for the masculine or the feminine. Okay. Oh, it's upside down. Took my eyes to like a while to adjust. I'm looking at it from being upside down. You might notice you're seeing wisps of smoke. I've seen them myself. I know that Original saw one yesterday, just a wisp of smoke going through the air when I was on a video call with her. And I'd seen one the day before. Anyway, this says with love. I was taken to looking at the stamp. Dearest June, we bet you must be so exhausted some days, giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service to the highest good, can leave you feeling depleted, like an empty well. If it feels as if there's no water for you, the good news is we have a plan. Today, go take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers, or plant some in your garden. I just want to, like, it's Emily's flower here that was on top of the You Got This card. Shall I put it in? Put it in. And I'm twisting. Okay. The hair's misbehaving at the moment. I'm just letting it go through its little phase of rebellion. So book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers, or plant some in your house or in your garden. I believe that's tomorrow night's, well, for me it'll be tonight's chapter from The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. You get to visualise the garden, so pay attention in tonight's bedtime storytelling. Okay. And then the next chapter that I'll be reading tonight, you will experience tomorrow night, is actually about the garden. Anyway, so today, go take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers, or plant some in your garden. Make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often. And be sure to use that word. Oh, not that word. It's just putting on my hair. Okay. As pretty as you are, as pretty as you are, I believe they're yellow roses that you have to pay attention to. They could be white roses. I'm not sure. You'll know when you hear the story. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being now. No. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You do not have to explain. Just say no gently but firmly, then go for a soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to centre, replenished and ready for more adventure. Yes, adventure. I was going to add a s on there. Adventures. We love you so very much. Divine Feminine. Don't allow yourself to be wobbled, so you can state, no, I can't deal with this. And no, thank you. Not today. You're looking after your own vibration. Okay, same with the Divine Masculine. You need to be able to deal with this karmic energy and say, no, I'm not participating today in their antics. No, thank you. No, I can't. You figure out. Journey of love, you figure out. If you're feeling stressed, you need to go and get yourself near water. A bath, do the washing up. Emily said she was at work yesterday, so she was left in the kitchen on her own and she was doing some washing up. And she said, and as I was washing up, Mum, she said, all I could hear was, I started to imagine your laugh, like you was in the restaurant. I said, did you? When she had her hands in washing up water, thinking about her mummy and her laugh. And she stated she was alone, everyone else was out the front. You have the guidance as well. What day are we on today? I don't know. Friday, that's right, the beginning of the week. Had guidance about how to ask for assistance whilst connecting with water. Let's get the Journey of Love message. Contemplation. 69. It's like just that number alone gets you excited. Okay, 69. Takes me to the yin yang symbol. Okay. Within you, there is a question arising. When you get the question right, the answer will be self-evident. I'm actually going to throw in what the question is, okay? When you get it right. Because we were taught this when we were reading the Law of Attraction book. So, and the question to ask yourself is, what do you want? What is it that you do want then? So within you, there is a question arising. When you get the question right, the answer will be self-evident. But you have to plunge your consciousness deep within to find the right question, to articulate it clearly and understand what it is that you are really asking. That question within you is actually a divine gift of awakening. It is your future awakened self waiting to be found and calling to you too. Let the question arise through dreams, dance, meditation, sleep, yoga, time in nature, swimming in the ocean, bathing in an aromatherapy bath, or receiving a hot stone massage. The question holds within it the next unfolding petal of the lotus of your being. Have you taken that bath yet? Did you get rid of the bath and just have a shower? Okay. Lots of people do that. They do away with the bath and just have a shower. They miss out on all that submerging into oneness. That's what happens. Okay, you need to get yourself near a tank of water. The paddling pool? I mean, the weather's picking up. This oracle brings you an invitation to enter into the mystery of your life and your being, and to allow the biggest question you can summon to emerge from your heart and be expressed through love. Your question may emerge as clear and shining or soft and yielding, a question with no words, only feeling. Whatever truth emerges, let that be your contemplation. It's page 155. In response to that question, the next step forward will unfold before you, revealed in perfect clarity and perfect timing. This oracle brings you a message from your own divine nature. Come sit with me and breathe. I want to ask you something. I want you to ask me something. Together there is a conversation that we are to have now, and there will be beautiful accord between us that overflows into all of your relationships, bringing more understanding and peace. I've been having these conversations out loud with myself and actually recognising that I've been doing it. So, like the other day, Megan was sitting in there and I'm in here, and for about 15 minutes I'm having a conversation with myself. And it's like, and what do you want me to do? Okay, I'll go and do that. And I actually said out loud, I was like, you do know your daughter can hear you? I'm like, yeah, I know, she's used to it, don't worry about it. So I was having this conversation, and yesterday I was also doing this, so I'm doing it quite often. I'm not alone. That's what it is. There's no, if you ever feel alone, okay, and Divine Feminines, I had a wobble this morning, and before the fly come in, I had a wobble and I thought, I feel a little bit alone. And I thought, oh my goodness. So I popped on some Abraham Hicks, which was perfect. Actually, I tapped on it accidentally. And it was like, I'll listen to this. And it was perfect. And it spoke about having the wobble. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm having a wobble. I felt alone. And I said to Emily, I had a wobble this morning. I started to feel a bit alone. It's like, and then the energy just shifted because I shifted it. Okay, I was directed to the right material. I'll share that video on the community tab. Okay, I've listened to a few this morning. I'll find it and I'll share it with you. It's done the trick. Well, let's have a look at this poem. Patterns break through the night in beams of light awakening. Memories of walking on sand. Moments. Waves replace waiting for another passerby. Reflections, time to look outward in, to find those hidden spaces, residing alone, waiting for a twin soul, waiting for myself. So I've actually kind of, what I feel has happened, especially since this new moon energy, is that I feel union within. So I'm chatting, but I'm not chatting to my divine masculine, I'm chatting to, well, that other part of me. So it's like the divine masculine within me. I'm amusing myself with my own conversation. I feel very complete and whole. Like, I have the wobbles, of course I do, but it's like so easy to like realise what's going on now. Stay centred. And if you don't feel centred, get yourself near some water. The divine masculine's coming home. He's being, this sounds like it's The divine's just trying to stop you from wobbling now, because this is coming together, the yin yang. Let's have a look at the sacred spirit reading cards. "35 minutes and 13 seconds. Feels like I've been on a lot longer. I've been chatting, haven't I? It's like chat. Okay, I've got the card. Lead the way. Light your own path. And at the moment, we're kind of being advised to just mind our own business. We've got stuff that needs to be done. Okay, you don't need to get involved in the Divine Masculine's affairs, quite literally, anymore. Okay, so this energy cannot even come near you if it's still toxic. So allow the Divine Masculine to do what he's being guided to do. You, Divine Feminine, you stay centered. Okay, and just stay within this knowing, and you're leading the way. And the Divine Masculine can lead his own path, and that's it. Let's just leave it like that. Yeah, 23. Comes after the Kundalini rising. That's definitely occurred. Listen to yourself and light your own path. The faithful deer is a creature of deep sensitivity. With heightened senses and a strong fight or flight response, the deer is always alert to the environment around them. Their swiftness in response to potential threats allows them to escape any danger by running away at the slightest indication. This sensitivity and readiness of the deer requires a symbiotic relationship of trust of the physical senses. We are conditioned through various stages of life to behave and act a certain way, to please family, teachers, work colleagues and friends, and allowing others to dictate terms to our emotional well-being. Now is the time to ask yourself what it is that you truly want or need in your life right now. Previously, you may have been or appeared naive and innocent. This has created vulnerable situations where you have not been able to fully comprehend your environment or the true intentions of others. In life, facing potential threats or confrontations is necessary and something we can't always avoid. Like the deer, you may instinctively react, choosing to run away from your problems. However, this will not help this situation improve. Right now, you are being encouraged to connect strongly to your base instincts. What does your gut tell you about this situation? Be alert. Currently, personality conflicts are strong and have the potential to cause emotional distress. You must decide how you choose your approach. Do you need to face this person, or can you remove yourself from the situation peacefully? Like the deer totem, you may need to hold a torch for others to be guided down positive paths or in a direction that was previously hidden. It is important to assist others when they do not have a light to guide them. Instinctively, you must learn to accept the changes in life and run peacefully with the flow of the universe. The shadow aspect is authority. How do I say this? Authority. It's all to do about authoritarian approaches, unable to do with authority, unable to share knowledge and avoiding conflict. Okay, now the sacred crystal is a super 7. Archangel assistance is Archangel Nathaniel, determination, willpower and perseverance. And the affirmation is, I choose my own way forward. I am a guiding light. I look like I've been smacked on the cheek, don't I? Can you see it here? I thought actually yesterday I might have a black eye today. Because I was carrying down the laundry basket and all of the Tower of Sexual Magic fell onto the floor. They were all on the floor. So I put the basket down on the chair. And then as I bent down to pick the cards up, my eye smacked against the handle. And I thought, oh, that could cause like a little bruise, but it seems that it's like this side. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's... There you go. I don't know. What is it about evidence? Oh, you find out about that tonight in tonight's story. About evidence. We're going to end with a Rumi, guys. I want to actually ask you guys, are you understanding what this message is actually saying? Okay, because there's real strong guidance in here and direction. Guidance, direction, and also clarity about what's actually going on. So it's like it's time for you to step into your part that you need to play throughout this phase of your journey. Resplendent with grace. What I was taken to, like as I was shuffling, I was thinking about, I went out earlier on, and as I turned the corner, I could see the shadow of someone like the other side of the corner was walking round. And I kind of like moved out of the way and I said, I could see your shadow. And that just comes to mind, and it was like, I could see your shadow. So I could see you coming, I could see your shadow. I'm sure that will make sense at some point to you guys. I could see you coming, I could see your shadow. Look for the signs. Resplendent with grace. Greetings from my heart to your... Greetings from my heart to you who are always with me. Hidden inside as the heart. You are the compass of my life. My course is your way, no matter where I go. You exist everywhere and in everything, always watching over us. It's all this chattering I've seen a few times this week. I was also down the shop the other day, and I was choosing my chocolate bars, and as I'm kind of like walking along down the shelves, so much choice. Okay. I could feel someone like behind me, and then he kind of appeared next to me, but he was getting a crate of beer that was like on the end of the aisle. And I just said to him, "Are you following me or am I following you?" It's like I said to him, "It's like you're my shadow." And then I kind of had it again today. And then last night in the shop, I met someone. Oh, this was interesting. I met someone as I'm trying to choose my chocolate bars, and I was struggling. And normally me and Emily play a little game. So I close my eyes and run my fingers along the lines, and she has to just kind of say stop. So he said, "Are you having trouble choosing?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Would you like help me choose?" I said, "If I run my fingers like this." No, it's no, seriously. He said, "All right then." So I closed my eyes and done it, and we actually chose a flake. And I said, "Do you know, this is like the crumblest, flakiest, crumbliest, crumblest, flakiest milk chocolate in the world. There's a shortage, apparently, in the UK. Can't have them in your ice creams anymore." Okay, a Cadbury's flake. And I said, "I've got to share this with my daughter." So we got chatting a little bit, like me itching my hands. And then I was walking home, and I was calling Tia because she walked down to the shop with me, and normally she hides in the bushes and jumps out at me. So I'm kind of walking home, and as I was kind of approaching the house, a motorised scooter with this man on it went whizzing past me. I was like, "Oh, mind my pussycat, she might jump out at any moment." And he went to me, "Looks like I'm going to be beating you home." And I was like, "Yeah." And he went zooming past. So I just take it all as signs. It's like, you want proof. It's like, it looks like I'm going to beat you home. And I thought, you don't even know where I live. And he went whizzing off. And it's like, I'm sure I got home before him, but hey, I don't know where he lived. We're finished with the stories? Yeah, right. And I've been talking about me talking to myself, like feeling complete. So, it says here on the clock, it looks like it's 10 to 6. I'm not sure if it is. Oh no, I think it's 10 to 8. Okay. Oh. So yeah, just completeness, oneness. You are one. Okay. So greetings from my heart to you who are always with me, hidden inside as the heart. You are the compass of my life. My course is your way, no matter where I go. You exist everywhere and in everything, always watching over us. My soul brightens in the darkness when I speak your name. Far beyond the body, there is an opening from my heart into yours. Through that opening, I send you secret messages like the moonlight. I polish the mirror of my heart, we're going on to page 111, to be your reflection. I make my ear the receiver for the tenderness of your words. You are in the ear, you are in the mind, you are in every burning heart. What am I saying? You are I, and this is my way to describe you. Rumi. Your divine grace clothes me in robes of sky blue and blood red, as a shimmering galaxy of compassion within the field of which no being is excluded. The darkness of night is illuminated, and all creatures are bathed in the fine golden hue of your presence. There is only beauty beheld now, for there is nothing that is not of your artistry, of your divine hand, generous with its grace. Is it difficult to see your magnificence? Without a mirror the size of a galaxy, how could you possibly witness all that you are? You must just catch glimpses of your truth now and then. Oh, if you could see yourself as I see you, in all your glorious fullness of being. You are swathed in robes of grace, so light and freeing that they do not weigh you down, and yet so luscious and full that you cannot help but stir the movement of all of creation as you step this way and that. Of course it matters not to grace whether you see or do not see, for grace simply is, without witnessing being required. Yet you might live rather differently, my beloved, should you realise you are not only worthy of grace, but actually dripping with it, saturated with divine presence so rich it leaks out of you and causes sunlight to pool at your holy feet. Oh yes, you are resplendent in holiness and sanctity. Should you come to know this as I do, you would take each step with awe and reverence. You would decide that not a single thing in your world could be classed as mundane, and decide with bold fervour, that you are living in godliness and must create your wealth through choices that honour love. No fear, even the most stubbornly persistent, will be able to withstand the sight of your magnificent beating heart, so wild with life. In the sight of that wild heart, you would have to call all your fears close to you, soothing them with your words of love like royal children in need of tenderness and quiet. Then, when rested, you would wake them from their slumber as they would arise as falcons, ready to soar, soar to the heights of your most daring visions. Hunting for life to feed them, they will ensure the ample grace pulsing within your heart has its chance to come to life in the world and serve love. This oracle comes to you with a message. You may be wondering if you can attain this next stage of growth in your life. You are already well equipped to do so, no matter what you might believe about the situation, circumstances, or others involved, even yourself. You have within your soul possession more than enough grace to see you through anything you are bold enough to envision for yourself, or for any vision you feel life has bestowed upon you. So pray, through unconditional love, to access all that you are, to be supported by those beings that love you without condition. Pray to realise that you are so drenched in sacred grace that the well of your being is full. All that is needed to nurture you onto the next step of your life path is within you now. Success is yours, but you must believe in your ability, your readiness, and your capacity to take this next phase of the journey now. How could it be otherwise? For you are one with grace. Beautiful reading. Have yourself a fantastic Friday, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care, much love. Bye for now.